Right. What am I doing today? I'm recording interludes for my new album. So, new album coming out in July, 27th of July, if I make it. It's a massive volume of work. It has been a lot of work, and it's still a lot of work. On one hand, a lot of it is being mixed as we speak. So a lot of the stuff is done and in the studio, which is amazing. And some of the stuff hasn't gone across yet, and some of the stuff hasn't been finished yet, like this. And these interludes it's quite fascinating for me. What I'm doing is I'm picking stuff that didn't make the cut in recordings of other tracks, of other songs, and putting them into empty multi-tracks and recording around them and mixing from other songs to create short interludes that have no vocals, no lyrics, and it's just instruments and music, right? So and they'll connect the songs in this album, which basically has the whole volume of work that I've been of my music until today, until this date, basically. And it's so large in a way. It's 20 tracks that I can't release one CD, so I've decided to release a double album. 20 tracks, 10 tracks a CD. So with a booklet and everything, and completely go against the norm of what's happening nowadays with downloads and everything else. Produce it and put it out there. Anyway, in this case, what I'm doing is I've got WTTS, where things take shape. Where things take shape. Yeah. Don't know if you remember that. I'm walking down the street, I don't know where I am. I'm in this town of freaks, all of these table slams. Yeah. Everybody's so alone, so far away from home. Everybody wants to be different from you, him and me. Yeah. So that's a 4x4 on D major, right? And I'm mixing it with this. I'm looking out into the rain, which is, it's all the same, yeah? I see the water, it's alive, alive. Now, that is E minor 4x4, but I'm not using that part. It's all the same, has a 4x4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now, and then suddenly it goes into this. That's 3x4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Close your eyes, you will see. That's the bridge. Now I want to mix 3x4 D minor with 4x4 D major, right? So this with this. So. Basically what I'm doing is quite fascinating, actually. What I'm doing is instruments that didn't make the cut for WTTS. For example, I had Mike Turnbull record a mandola, which is like a mandolin. Sounds amazing. It wasn't quite right for the song, but I didn't want to throw it away. So I pulled it out with his guitars, put it in an empty multi-track, and created an interlude with just music around what he did. So I'm using that. I'm using Paul Levison's bass, one of the takes that didn't make the cut for WTTS. I'm recording a piano. So I want to start with the piano. I dropped the guitars in there. I created space in front of it, right? Just to imagine stuff and create stuff around it. And I started recording the piano in front of it. And these interludes will sound like some of the songs, but there'll be a mix of stuff in them, and then suddenly the song will appear, but the interlude will make the album like a more flowy thing, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so basically what I'm doing is that what I want to record now what I have been throwing some takes in, see how it works out and how it's heard, because in my head it usually works out much better than when I do it, of course. And I'm basically trying to match what's inside here out there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with that. 3/4. Then I'm going to go onto a variation of that. And then I'm going to end up with a low bass note for the guitars to sit on. Yeah. Now, because the guitars just come in the middle suddenly, I have to record the beginning, get to there, stop, move that onto the guitars. Yeah. Then I'll play it back to you, and then I'll keep recording. And basically, I'll do some. Then I'm more onto the WTTS side, right? So I'll be doing, but with a bit of a leitmotif that will be repeated by the mandola. So it'll be something that comes back. In the middle, I'll try to put this in. But instead of putting, I can't, because it's 4/4 by then. So I will have to do something like yeah, because 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, you can do 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, right? So it's 4. So 12, right? So 3 and 4, 4 and 3. Now, and then I'll finish with J.S. Bach, just because I want to put it in, because it's the first thing my dad showed me on the piano and taught me. So yeah, why not? I want it in the album. Very short, but just as a note, historical maybe. Best thing to do, I think, is just to do it, to record it and show you what I'm doing. So you get to see it. So yeah, let's do it. Record, yeah. And that I'm going to stick onto the guitars. If you see, I think you can see what I'm doing. That's more or less where the guitars are coming in. Thereabouts, I think. So I'll play this back and then continue recording. So that's why I just recorded. Tempo there. Yeah. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Variation on that. need some long note for the other track to come under. That wasn't that bad actually. Good thing about MIDI is that I can get in there and correct some notes and whatever, but I'll keep recording anyway till I get it right. This was more to show you what I'm up to. So remember, July album release, double album, 20 tracks. See you soon, mates, and thank you.